Hi, I'm Zach Cassabaum, Superintendent at Lincoln Christian School, and with me is Mark Powell, our Director of Stewardship and Advancement. And as you know, we're in the middle of a capital campaign to add a Shills multi-purpose facility to our school. This is an exciting time, and at the end of the year we've had a mad rush of just excitement and support and God's hand of blessing upon our school. Mr. Powell, you want to share a little bit about that?
Yeah, in the December 10th, we received a matching grant for $450,000, and it was a dollar-for-dollar match. And on December 31st, the Lincoln Christian School family had responded with $553,000 towards that match. So you add the two together, and we're just a little north of $1 million in 3 weeks, which is really amazing. Praise God for how he moved at the end of the year.
And with this being the biggest campaign actually in school history with the value of $3.7 million, where does that leave us standing today?
With all the gifts and pledges to date, we're at $2.4 million towards the campaign with $1.3 million yet to go, Zach.
Yeah. Right now we're being blessed with growth, as over the past few years we've added 3 sections of kindergarten, 3 sections of first grade, and we continue to see that trend of growth at Lincoln Christian School. What does this project have in it that would address those areas as well?
Well, the focus obviously is with the 25,000 square foot Shields multi-purpose center, which will impact our student athletes and that piece of the school. But then there's also 3 classrooms, Zach, which will accommodate some of that future growth that you're talking about.
Yeah. So what a blessing, and thank you for your support in this project that's going to implement the 93% of our students that are involved in some form of co-curricular activity. We thank you for your support and ask for your continued prayers.
Thank you.
Hi, my name is Miss Rita, and I teach 5th grade here at Lincoln Christian. My favorite season is spring, my favorite holiday is Christmas, and my favorite school supply is colored pencils. I love teaching 5th grade at Lincoln Christian School because it's where God has placed me. He's called me to be here for that purpose. And just the students are becoming more independent thinkers and workers, and many of them are making their faith their own, and that's exciting to see when they're growing in their spiritual walk. And just, I enjoy the various projects and things that show their creativity and what they're able to do with their God-given gifts.
Hi, I'm Marty Riley, the elementary principal. I'd like to thank you for watching the Crusader Sports Network. Go Crusaders!
Hello and welcome to Lincoln Christian for tonight's boys reserve basketball game between the Pius Thunderbolts and the Lincoln Christian Crusaders. Lincoln Christian coming off of a big win at Norris a couple days ago. And what do you think the keys are going to be tonight for the Crusaders against these talented Thunderbolt squad?
Well, the Crusaders have a lot of speed within their guards, probably looking to push the ball up and down the court.
For Lincoln Christian. And just before we get going tonight, we'd like to pray, and specifically pray for the Brass family. So if you join me in prayer. Dear Father, we thank you for the opportunity to gather tonight and to recognize you. We're so very thankful for the players and their families from Pius, that they are here with us. Specifically, we just pray for the Brass family, for Matt, Stacy, and their kids, and everyone else in their community. God, we just ask that you grant them comfort and peace during this time, and that they would turn to you and continue to look to you with their hurt and pain. God, we just ask that you wrap them with your loving arms, that they would feel your presence through the people that you surrounded them with. And we are so thankful that there is more than this world for us because of the sacrifice of Jesus Christ. God, we're thankful for this game of basketball and this specific game tonight, where we can gather together in community and be as one. May all the praise and glory tonight go to you. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen.
And that was head girls coach Britt Ehlers talking about just a really cool thing that the boys teams tonight are doing. I think they did both in both games, actually. They're honoring Aiden Brass, who's a player on the boys freshman team here at Pius. the Ehlers family knows him pretty well, and Aiden Brass's dad is having some health issues dealing with cancer, and I think we'll talk about it a little more tonight. But just a really cool show of unity tonight between the two squads. Looks like the Crusaders are going to start with Hanson, Ehlers, Bash, Witt, and Clough. And the Crusaders will win the tip. That's Hanson bringing it up. Gets a screen from Witt. They're going to be in that pick and roll against this man-to-man all night long. Ehlers drives in looking for Bash, posts him up, takes up, and finishes.
You know, as we saw there, the Crusaders establishing how well they can use their size, and probably we'll see them go the way of their big men a lot today.
Yeah, and that was Cameron Becker driving for Pius, went off his foot, so it's going to be a turnover to the Crusaders now. That's Ty Hansen getting the screen, lobs it up to Bash, catches it inside, goes the other way. Shot doesn't quite fall, and Pius going the other way. That's Hum, gets it quickly inside to Voss, misses, tries to get the other rebound, and Bash will come up with it.
Good look there for Voss. Looks like the Crusaders will have to hustle back more in transition because Pius is looking to push the ball, and we'll see if the Crusaders can keep up with that fast play style.
Yeah, especially with the Crusaders having a bunch of big guys on the floor at all times. Not always as adept to getting back as the Crusaders turn the ball over. In the corner here now, Pius swinging it around. That's 32 Wojda with the three, doesn't quite go in. Ehlers with the rebound. Launches it up ahead to Clough, who can't quite come down with it, and it's going to be a turnover to Pius. That's Voss who's going to take it up and draw the foul.
Looks like foul was on Christian Witt there. Just couldn't keep himself under control on the closeout coming down the court.
Yeah, looks like it's going to be a fast-paced game all night. Both sides really looking to push the tempo, but that's probably going to work more to Pius's advantage. Just looking at their athletes and knowing the Crusaders have more bigs and try to get the ball more in the post. As that first free throw was off from Brett Voss. And the second one is also short, and the Crusaders are able to corral it. Now Hansen has it, looks inside to Bash with a quick post up. He fades away. Shot look tip, and then Voss with the rebound. That's Becker. Back to Voss. Becker drives in. Now Pius will reset. That's Hum driving in.
Crusaders did a good job there of slowing down Pius's initial attack and getting a little bit slower play style. That will help the Crusaders tonight and go in their favor if they can execute well on that.
That's Becker, kicks it out to Wojda, pump fake, drives in, and finishes on the opposite side. Great move there from Wojda. And then a quick turnover on the inbounds from the Crusaders. Now Hum drives in, loses it. Ehlers quickly up ahead to Witt, who's still on the other side of the floor, and he finishes. So, wild sequence of events leads to a Crusader bucket. As Wojda has it again in the corner, guarded by Bash. He drives inside. Defense collapses, they kick it out. That's going to be a foul on the drive on Andrew Clough.
Another thing Pius seems to be taking advantage of is using their 5-out offense to try and isolate those big guys for the Crusaders and get open looks at the basket.
Yeah, if you can force those big guys to try to have to play a bunch of one-on-one defense on the outside, that's going to be tough for them to do. That's going to be an and-one basket from Brett Voss. Great execution off the inbounds play to get a look inside. And I believe it'll be the second foul on Christian Witt here early in the first quarter.
Number 22, Joel Photo, in for Christian.
Yeah, and Photo had a really nice game last week against Norris. As Voss gets that one to roll in as Pius takes their first lead of the night. Lincoln Christian looking for an answer. Andrew Clough gets the screen from Photo. Lincoln Christian going to want to be patient on this offense, not try to force anything. there's going to be a steal from Pius. That's number 20, Brass. Kicks it inside to Voss. Misses the layup. Would have tried to grab it. Now Voss has it again, and they'll settle things down a little bit. And then Becker's going to take a deep three and misses, and the Crusaders are able to corral it. So despite the size advantage for the Crusaders, Pius able to get, was that 3 or 4 offensive rebounds just on that possession. As Clough goes baseline and draws the N1. Great move from Andrew Clough.
Looked like Pius was trying to force him into the screen and use it a little bit. Clough took advantage of that, had a nice jab step, and finished hard.
Yeah, that's something the Crusader program likes to hound upon. If you jab baseline, and if they don't guard you, you're taking that all the way. Andrew Clough here to complete the three-point play. And in and out. That's Vanis in the game for the first time for Pius. Pius doing a great job moving the ball here. That shot is going to be tipped by Ehlers. That was Johnson on the shot. Clough tries to go baseline again. Nowhere to go this time. And the Crusaders will reset. Ehlers going to get the screen. Nope, he refuses it. Can't quite finish. Crusaders come up with the rebound. Yeah, Joel Photo's setting a lot of screens for the Crusaders, but he's not going to have a huge size advantage to get those looks on the inside. That's a nice catch from Bash. Can't quite finish the layup, though. Gets his own rebound. Out to Clough, who takes a three. It's short. Bash with another rebound. And finishes that one.
That is definitely one aspect of the game the Crusader size will pay off. Probably see Bash and Witt trading in and out and working hard down there for the Crusaders.
Pius doing a lot of driving and kick action here. That pass was tipped, though. That's Voss tried another three. That one no good either. Photo goes baseline. Crusaders working that baseline pretty hard here in the first quarter.
Looks like they switched it up a bit there and putting Photo on the perimeter and letting him get some looks off the drive, and maybe if they could get Ehlers on a switch onto a smaller guard, since he is a 6'2", a little more athletic player.
And that time Pius gets a little hung up on the screen, and then Hansen makes him pay from three-point range, extending lead to 11-5 here in the first quarter. And that's a great drive from Brass. Clough tried to stay in front of him, just got a little tripped up, and Brass is able to complete the play. They work it inside to Bash, and this shot is blocked. And it's on the ground, and Pius will come up with it. That's Vanis who brings it up. Now they swing it corner. Ball's batted around. Vanis guarded by Hansen, tries to drive, nowhere to go. Now Voss on the left wing. Crusader defense not letting anything get inside. And that's Brass who takes a three. No good, and the Crusaders going the other way.
Great overall defense there from the Crusaders, keeping everything in front and not letting anything through. And a great job of finishing the possession by getting a rebound.
There's a look inside for Ehlers, who gets fouled. And as you talked about, they're switching Ehlers into the post a little bit more to try to get looks like that.
See if Ehlers can finish the play here and knock these 2 free throws down.
Yeah, and something to look for on the defensive end for the Crusaders if they can keep that defensive pressure up all day, because Pius's whole offense, at least right now, is predicated on just driving and beating their man off the dribble, and then if the defense collapses, Pius will be looking for open threes, but right now the Crusaders not letting anything get past them driving, so that's going to be a huge key to the game for them tonight. As Ehlers tries to rebound and hit the second one after missing the first, and he does. $12-7 lead here for the Crusaders here in the first quarter. Vanis over to Budell. Drives. Witt's on him with 2 fouls. Johnson drives in, gets a little floater, and it rolls in. So Isaac Johnson with a nice little move. Under a minute to play here in the first quarter. Lincoln Christian up 12-9. Witt with a good post up, and he's going to get fouled going up. That size continues to cause problems for Pius as they just either just give up open layups or they get fouls called on them like that.
Seems to be the majority of the points for Crusaders have come within 5 or 10 feet of the basket from the free throw line, mostly from their big guys.
It's Christian Witt who leaves the first one short. Yeah, and that's going to be something for the Crusaders to look forward to tonight, is if they can knock down free throws, because they've had a little bit of trouble tonight knocking those down. It doesn't really matter if you get fouled and go to the line if you can't complete the play. Johnson up ahead. His pass is tipped and stolen. There's Hansen. Gets it up to Ehlers, and he finishes. A 2-on-3, and the Crusaders are able to convert it.
Great display there of the Crusaders. Are not only a big team, but they also have some pretty athletic guards that can move the ball and push it really well.
And Vanis uses the screen, and that was Ashoff who couldn't quite handle the pass. And now the Crusaders are going to get another look here with 12.1 seconds to go. Crusaders look like they're calling a set play. They get it inside to Witt. It's batted away from him. He dives on it. Over to Carter Holland. He takes a little shot. It's long, and the quarter is over. So the Crusaders got a decent look at it, but unable to convert, and they will take a 14-9 lead in the second quarter when we come back. We are back here for the second quarter of tonight's Boys Reserve basketball game. Lincoln Christian with a 14-9 lead here going into the second quarter. Both teams pretty sloppy, I could say, in the first half. Some turnovers and missed layups, missed free throws, but maybe a little bit of settling down will help them here in the second quarter. As McGovern has his pass tipped, the Crusaders' defense has been really on point tonight. Just as I say that, I think that was Vanis who drives right into the lane and finishes.
That was great help there from Witt, but just had the finish over Witt, and not much you can do about that on the defensive end.
Crusaders trying to set up the double screen action. Holland now drives inside to Marshbanks. Turns around and gets the shot to roll in.
Just like yours, Marshbanks, another great tall guard that's athletic and can finish inside, but presents another challenge for the Bolts to guard, as he can play on the perimeter as well.
And the Crusaders force another turnover. Crusaders in their motion offense. Usually with two bigs setting a bunch of picks, looking for the pick and roll action. Clough inside to Witt, and his shot looks blocked, but he fights for it back and on the floor, and it'll be I think they're going to say that Boudel for Pius was out of bounds when he was touching the ball.
Great effort there by Witt to secure another possession for the Crusaders and give them another chance to extend their 5-point lead.
Yeah, a lot of times when you see a guy, he has 2 fouls already, so you see guys like that kind of play timid or soft, but then not for him. He was still on the floor fighting for that. Crusaders inbound it to Clough. Ehlers in the corner, looking inside to Bash. Instead, it's in the middle to Marshbanks. His shot can't quite roll in, and it'll be a foul in the rebound against the Crusaders. And that's going to go on Parker Bash, his biggest guy on the floor. Sometimes those guys get a little too aggressive on those rebounds. As Vanish, another nice move. That one doesn't quite fall. Ehlers threads it up ahead to Holland, who kicks it out to Marshbanks. And his 3 almost banks in, but not quite. Now Vanish the other way for Pius. Great pass in there to Woida. Kicks it back out. Pius, great swing action, but the Crusaders right there. That's Vanish driving again. That's Brass in the corner. He hits a 3.
Pius did a great job moving the ball around the perimeter of that possession and caught the Crusaders out of position and out of rotation and capitalized on it.
Yeah, as Marshbanks can't quite finish on the other end, Holland saves it in, and the Crusaders are retaining possession. Inside to Bash. Just went off. Can't tell if that got tipped or he just lost it in the traffic, but either way, Pius is going to have the ball here, only down 2. That's Hum looking inside to Klein, couldn't quite get it there. Brass drives left, nowhere to go. That's Hum. His shot's no good. Woid is there, went off somebody's foot, and now it's on the ground. And they're going to call a foul. I think that's going to go against Pius.
Pius a little slow there, that possession to get the ball moving and stuff.
That's going to go against Klein.
Crusaders did a great job of, once again, playing solid defense and not trying to do too much and getting the ball back in the end.
Crusaders with that lineup of Witt and Bash in there with their 2 big sophomores. Inside to Bash, who just powers his way in. Shot doesn't quite roll out. Witt's there again, and he's going to draw the foul. And he just wanted it more, again, that possession. I mean, there were 3 Pius guys right there, and he just went up and grabbed it.
Looks like it was a shooting foul on Witt. Maybe.
Yep.
Just first.
That foul was on Brass, who has 2, and they're going to bring in Brett Voss for him. As Witt tries to make the second one after missing the first. And it rolls in. So now the Crusaders up 17-14 here, almost halfway through the second quarter. Pius again, great ball movement. That's Voss, who almost lost it going out of bounds, was able to save it. Vanish, guarded by Hansen, kicks it out. Now Klein has it up top, guarded by Witt, who has 2 fouls. Spins left, dumps it off. Now Woida, great cut from Hum, and he's going to get fouled on the shot.
Joel Photo getting a little too aggressive on the backside and almost had the block, but came down a little bit too hard there.
Yeah, and that was just great ball movement there from Pius, just getting it inside out, kicking it out, swinging it, then finding the backside guy cutting. That's Kellen Hum, who misses the first free throw. And the second one is good. So now 17-15 lead for the Crusaders as they try to extend it here halfway through the second quarter. Hansen takes the screen. Inside to Witt, goes right, and he's going to get fouled. Probably the third or fourth foul that he's drawn tonight.
He's done a great job of getting rebounds, but also sealing his defender all night. And Crusaders have been working around the perimeter to find a good angle to pass it into him, and he's been drawing fouls and getting points for them.
Yeah, it's something that both him and Bash do a really good job at, is sealing and just getting nice footwork in there to get open. Sometimes when you're just bigger than the other guys, sometimes you can get sloppy and your technique isn't always as good, but they do a really nice job of sealing and setting good screens. Witt made the first one here, going for a second. And it's in and out, and Pius going the other way. And Hum's going to go quickly the other way, and he brings it back out. That's Hum, I believe, who shot that. No good. The long rebound to the Crusaders. Ehlers goes baseline. Doesn't quite finish. Ball batted around, and that's rebounded by Brown for Pius. I think that's his first action of the night. That's Vanis, guarded by Hansen, and he's going to lose it, and they'll say it was out on the Crusaders. Vanis just kind of drove in there and didn't really have anywhere to go and just kind of threw it up, and the Crusaders ended up hitting it out of bounds. That's Wood on the inbounds.
Looks like Witt might have a little bit of a matchup against the guard, and Witt's more of a post-style player, so we'll see how he handles that one and plays defense there.
That's an in-and-out three from Vanis, and now the Crusaders have the chance to extend their lead as we get under 3 minutes to go in the second quarter. Ehlers goes baseline again, spins back left, and gets blocked. Lincoln Christian doing a good job of getting back. Brown drives on Witt, kicks it out. Vanis thought about the three. Now Hum drives in. Great defense from Jackson. Photo in the game now. Lincoln Christian again trying to prevent that dribble drive from Pius. Hum has it. Now to Brown. Trying to drive on Witt. Nowhere to go.
Great defense by Witt there to keep Brown in front and make him give the ball up and give the Crusaders even a longer defensive possession.
That's Hum on the back door, and he's going to get fouled going up. And that's what you don't want to see for the Crusaders. Great defensive possession, and then you just give up a foul to end it. That's Kellen Hum who knocks the first one down. Cade Marshbanks come in for Ben Ehlers, who got the foul just called on him. And Hum's second free throw is in and out, but Marshbanks couldn't corral the rebound, so it'll stay here with Pius.
Looked like it may have been a same team scenario there. Witt and Marshbanks both going for the rebound and thinking the other one was going to get it.
Yeah, it's little things like that in a close game that's going to hurt you coming down to the wire. I think Christian doing a good job there on the inbounds, not allowing that open corner three. Brown has it in the corner, guarded by Alex Beeman. Drives, kicks out. Vanis guarded by Hansen. He goes left. This pass is tipped, but Hum has it. And Witt steals the entry pass into the post.
Great play by Witt there to get great position coming back from help side and get a steal for the Crusaders, see if they can turn it into points down and extend their 2-point lead. Get a little bit more of a cushion.
I forgot his size. He moves pretty well and gets in position greatly there on defense. As Hansen drives, kicks to Jackson. Photo in the corner. Crusaders being patient here. Witt drives, takes it, tries to take it all the way off the side of the backboard though. And Lincoln Christian again doing a great job in transition defense, not allowing anything easy. Voss drives on Marshbanks, nowhere to go. As Witt goes tumbling down and Marshbanks blocks Voss from behind.
Looked like Witt was trying to get a second steal in a row there, but slipped or tripped or got caught up on somebody.
Yeah, even though he fell down there, you can definitely tell he's playing with a little bit of energy and intensity tonight. As he gets it in the post, turns left, and gets the shot to fall.
Looked like may have been some contact on there. Great job by him to keep playing and fight through it and finish there.
That's Brown gets a screen, and Witt diving on the ground. He hit the ball out of the way, but Pius got the loose ball. Crusaders scrambling to figure out who they have on defense, and they're able to successfully find somebody as the clock ticks down under 10. And Brown's going to drop the foul for Pius.
Just as Pius did in the first quarter, this whole second quarter, continued to push the ball and try to catch the Crusaders out of position, and I think that's what's keeping them in this game so far.
This is Vincent Brown shooting the one-on-one. The rebound's no good, but they're going to say that's out of bounds to the Crusaders. I thought it for a second that the same thing happened in the other one where they just, Witt and Marshbanks both hit it out of bounds, but it'll stay with the Crusaders. Now Hansen has it, not a lot of time left. Up to Beeman.
Clock's not running.
Clock is not running, you're right. And they just noticed now. And there was only 6 seconds left when they threw it in, and that definitely took more than 6 seconds. So I would assume they're just going to call it. And yeah, that's what they're going to do. Yep. So your score at halftime, Lincoln Christian 20, Pius 16 after both teams missing some shots, taking advantage of things, missing opportunities. And we'll be back after this.
I'm Mark Powell, Director of Stewardship and Advancement here at Lincoln Christian School.
And I'm Stacy Allison, the Assistant Director of Stewardship and Advancement at Lincoln Christian School Foundation.
Stacy, I know you're really excited about the Cornerstone Challenge. Could you share some details about it?
I am excited, Mark, and I'd love to. So it's our second annual Cornerstone Challenge running through January. So basically we have 21 days for people to jump on board, giving $20 a month. And we have a $21,000 match from a generous donor. So for every $20 that's given a month, for a year it'll be matched with another $20. So we could raise a total of $42,000 this year through the Cornerstone Challenge.
Wow. Stacey, I know this is the second Cornerstone Challenge. Can you tell me about the first one?
So last year was our first one, and it's really exciting to look back and see what God did. We had 65 people jump on board. So we have a total right now of 147 people who are giving, and 65 of those people jumped on board in 20 days last January, and we raised over $21,000. Again, doubled that, so almost over $40,000 was raised last year as well.
Stacey, monthly giving has been incredibly important to the foundation. Why is it so important?
Well, really, Mark, what I love about monthly giving is, one, not everybody can write a check for $10,000 or $50,000, but almost all of us could give $20 a month. And so I think it's so exciting to be able to be a part of something. And what also is exciting is when that $20 gets multiplied month after month, a small gift can really make a huge impact over time. And what I also love about monthly giving is, for us at the foundation, it's a great recurring steady stream of revenue that helps us to do the work that we do with the Family Education Grant and different campus advancements.
Stacey, thanks for sharing. I look forward to seeing how God uses the second Cornerstone Challenge in 2021.
Hi, I'm Zach Cassavon, Superintendent at Lincoln Christian School. Thank you for joining us. I just want to share the exciting news that's happening around the capital campaign. As you've hopefully heard over the last several weeks, God has worked mightily in many ways, and we're about 2/3 the way to our goal of completing the fundraising for the Shields multi-purpose facility, which will include classrooms, 25,000 square foot of space for students for strength and conditioning, and multiple different activities. I would ask you, if you want to learn more about the project, that you would reach out to myself or Mark Powell, our Director of Development. We thank each and every one of you for your participation and the way you've been involved. Every gift matters, and your gift is going truly towards a life-changing education at Lincoln Christian School. Thank you.
My name is Andrew Drevo.
My name is Jaren Drevo. We have 3 girls, Livia, Kaylee, and Rinna.
What I like about Lincoln Christian is the fact that my kids can go to school, play sports, do activities in light of the gospel and doing it for the Lord.
What I would tell a new family thinking about this school is that don't take 12 years times tuition and think we'll never be able to do this. Just take it a year at a time. I think that's what the Christian faith is all about anyways. It's trusting God each step.
But when you think about, I guess one of the revelations for me personally was that God established 3 institutions: the church, the family, and government. And they were all good in the way that He established them. But He established them all for separate purposes. And really, it is the responsibility of the family to train up their children. And so, for me personally, I believe a huge part of that is their education. They're spending 8+ hours a day in a school environment if they're outside of the home. And so I can't put a price tag for me personally on what it means to have teachers that, again, there is an ultimate standard of truth. They're coming from the same vantage point as my family in terms of using that ultimate standard of truth to guide all of their teaching. And just again, being able to bring God and Jesus Christ into the classroom and into the center of everything we're doing, for me that is invaluable. And I just feel like it's a conversation that parents need to have and need to pray over, because God leads different people at different times in different directions. But I do very much believe in what God's doing through Lincoln Christian. And I just invite families that have never thought about it before to come in and just take a look at what's happening here, because there's great things happening here, and the fruit of that is on display when people step into this building.
Hey Crusader fans, I'm Gary Nunley, head basketball coach at Lincoln Christian, and I just want to thank you for supporting the Crusaders and the Crusader Sports Network. Go Crusaders!
We are back for the second half of tonight's Boys Reserve basketball game between the Pius Thunderbolts and Lincoln Christian Crusaders, and we talked about earlier the Brass family and what the Crusaders and their families have done for them tonight, so we're just going to read a little thing we got here for them. So during tonight's game, Lincoln Christian is paying tribute to the Brass family.
Aiden Brass is here tonight as a member of the Pius Boys Reserve team. His dad, Matt Brass, has been battling cancer for the past few years.
Matt is originally from Gothenburg and played basketball against LCS girls basketball coach Britt Ehlers in high school. Matt's wife Stacy grew up in Minden and knew Britt's wife Megan. Ben Ehlers has played some summer basketball with Aiden Brass.
Tonight, the Lincoln Christian basketball family is wearing t-shirts in Gothenburg's school colors with Matt's high school jersey number to honor and encourage Matt. let the Brass family know how the Lincoln Christian family is praying for them.
Yeah, just a cool thing that the Crusader family decided to do, just kind of let these guys know that we're thinking about them and praying for them. So, and then we got to play a little basketball too tonight. So Lincoln Christian up 4 here going into the second half, and we were in there in the locker room. What did you think stood out to you from what Coach Gross had to say?
Yeah, he really encouraged the guys. He said they're getting the great looks that they want on offense. It's just they need to be stronger around the rim and really finish, and just be a little bit stronger with the ball with their passes. And if Lincoln Christian can do that and maybe make a little bit more of their free throws, they can definitely run this game.
Yeah, and I'm here with Gage Holland in the second half. We had Andrew Johnson in the first half, and switching guys out, trying to get more students involved. So it's always great to get new people talking.
It's a good time.
No, Andrew didn't get fired. He kind of got kicked. I mean, Gage kind of fired him.
Yeah, released him from his duties. Seemed like he was struggling over here, so had to hop on for him.
All right. Well, I guess I'll have to settle that after the game. But for now, we're going to try to watch Lincoln Christian and Pius play second half. Looks like both sides are starting the same way they started the game. Lincoln Christian will start the ball. That's Ty Hansen setting things up for the Crusaders. They get it inside to Bash, who was double teamed. I don't know how he caught that ball. Misses the layup, gets his own rebound, and gets fouled on the second one.
Wow. Parker Bash had 4 points in the first half, looking to definitely make a bigger impact in the second half.
Yeah, he definitely got a lot of good looks. He just couldn't quite convert them all. His first one a little bit long. That was another thing the Crusaders kind of struggled with in the first half was free throws. They got a lot of really good looks and got fouled and went to the line, but couldn't convert at a good enough rate to kind of put Pius away a little bit. And as he misses both of them, Pius quickly the other way. That's Voss, who has it. Nobody guarding him. Drives on Witt. Now Hum in the corner. His three is no good, but that was Becker who got the offensive rebound, but he traveled. And the Crusaders going to go back to that motion offense. They get it inside to Bash with a great seal. Pump fakes. And double dribbles. And once again, they get it inside to Bash with a great look. He just gets double teamed, and then with the unfortunate turnover. Pius swinging it around, trying to probe that Lincoln Christian defense, which is very solid in that first half. As Wood, who uses the screen, drives left, throws up a wild shot that Ehlers grabs, and he's going the other way. They swing it around. Now Hansen's going to receive the screen from Witt. Witt rolls, gets this.
And another great look for Lincoln Christian. They just got to be stronger on the rim and finish. Witt led all scorers for Lincoln Christian with 6 points in the first half. And Ty Hansen on the rebound.
Yeah, that was Voss for Pius with the miss. Now Ehlers tried to go baseline. He loves going to that baseline, but nowhere to go that time.
Gets it back into Parker.
Yeah. Oh. Ehlers with the long three. Gets his own rebound. Tries to dump it off to Parker. Somehow gets it. His shot's no good. Again. Yep. I don't know how he even caught that ball, but
that was a great catch by Parker.
That was Becker driving, and then Ehlers smacked it out. And Pius still pushing the ball pretty hard, but Lincoln Christian so far tonight has not really allowed Pius to get anywhere with those transition offense.
No, transition defense has been huge for the Crusaders tonight, definitely getting back.
That's Hum who's inbounding for Pius. And that three in the corner from Brass is blocked by Clough.
It was a great effort by Clough. Got hung up a little bit on the screen, but really fought to get there. It's a great defensive play. This time they inbound it to Woida. Try to get another three off of it, but Crusaders again snuff it out. That's Hum, tries to go baseline. Loses it a little bit, and now
Pius swings it back around. Wood is going to try a three. No good. Hum's there with the offensive rebound for Pius, though, as they reset.
Parker with the intense closeout.
Pius swinging it around, still trying to probe that defense, but Lincoln Christian, this is the first half, not really allowing a lot of dribble drive, which is basically all Pius is trying to do in this 5-out offense. That's Becker who tries the little floater, and he's going to draw the foul and go to the line. So Pius being very patient, and the Crusaders unable to finish that defensive possession, and that's something that the Crusader program likes to talk about. If you're going to play good defense for that long, you might as well finish the possession.
Becker with the made free throw. And Ehlers checks in for Christian.
Christian did a great job in that first half. He was playing with 2 fouls. He got 2 early fouls called on him, and then when he came back in, he was all over the place. He was diving on the floor. You wouldn't be able to tell that he was playing with 2 fouls.
He was not shy. Kept the upper up.
That's Charlie Boudel for Pius checking in. I think Lincoln Christian is yet to score as we near 5 minutes to go in the third quarter.
Yeah, again, they've had good looks. They just can't finish around the rim, so hopefully that changes.
That's Joel Flood who tries the mid-range shot. Bash with the rebound.
Loses it.
We're going to call a foul on Pius.
Yep. It's on 24, Charlie Boudel.
It was an interesting call. It just kind of looked like he was boxing out, but either way, the Crusaders aren't going to complain.
Seems like both guys are just kind of going for the ball there.
Inbound to Ehlers on the inside. He misses the free throw. And Pius with the rebound. That's Hum who's going to try another three in the corner. This time he hits it.
It's now 5 points for Kellen Hum. He had 2 in the first half.
And Pius has not been shy to take those threes, just hasn't been too efficient tonight, but that one falls, and now they have a 21-20 lead. I don't think they've led since the first quarter tonight.
Yep.
Now Hanson's going to try to answer with a three. A little bit long, and now Pius has a chance to extend their lead. And now they throw it up ahead. Kick it back out. That's Becker for three. Offensive rebound. That's Voss who's in there, and he finishes. I think what happened was that Hanson fell down trying to get back, and then that left number 24, that was Boudel, open, and then things just broke down there for the Crusaders.
Between now and the end of January, we are asking you to consider joining our Cornerstone program, committing to give $20 a month to impact students through the work of the Lincoln Christian School Foundation. We have $21,000 matching opportunity this month. Each $20 will be matched by a generous donor with another $20 a month for the first year. This means that we could raise a total of $42,000 for the year. Cornerstone is about community. It's about investing in the school that you love and other students and families that you care about in the Lincoln Christian family. It's about joining together with others and being a part of a community that is making an impact for His kingdom. For more information or to sign up, please go to www.lincolnchristian.org/give2021.
Coming out of the timeout, the Crusaders look like they made one change. I think Carter Holland is in for Ty Hansen. And now Lincoln Christian trying to answer without having scored this quarter yet. And Pius now at their biggest lead of the game. Ehlers running the point. Kicks out to Holland in the corner for three. Short. The long rebound. And they're going to call a foul on the Crusaders. That was a great look for the Crusaders off the double screen in the corner for Holland, who's a solid shooter for the Crusaders. Just couldn't quite knock it down.
Yeah, it's definitely the look they wanted once again. Just can't finish it. That's all right. We'll get him to go.
That's Vanis, who played a lot in that first half, had a couple really good drives. That's Holland, who's all over Vanis, knocks it away from him.
Pius recovers, and they're now on a little bit of a break.
That's Klein, who's going to take a contested three. No good, and Joel Photo with a great box out, and the Crusaders will come up with it.
Carter Holland tosses it up to Ben Ehlers on the break, and he gets it to go. The Crusaders are finally on the board this half.
And that was a great look there from Holland with just a one-handed full court pass to Ehlers.
It's a quick shot by Pius. Clough with the rebound.
That was McGovern. Now the Crusaders with a chance to take the lead back here. Just about 3 minutes to go in the third quarter. Crusaders probably going to look to settle things down here.
Andrew Clough with the drive. Can't get it to fall.
Now Pius with another transition opportunity. Vanis going to take it all the way and get fouled. So now Pius taking advantage of a couple transition opportunities. We talked about how the Crusaders did a pretty good job of stuffing that out for the majority of that first half, but now they've got a couple good buckets and the chance to extend their lead. And Vanis' first free throw rolls around but can't quite fall.
We got Christian Witt, Ty Hansen, and Cade Marshbanks entering the game for Lincoln Christian.
Vanis' second free throw drops, and Pius with a 24-22 lead here in the third quarter of this boys reserve basketball game. The Crusaders trying to answer. Hansen gets a screen from Marshbanks, looks inside to Witt. Nothing there, and the Crusaders will set up the motion offense.
Marshbanks goes up strong, gets fouled. He'll go to the line.
And that's one of the big advantages that this Crusaders team has. I mean, they have Christian Witt and then Parker Bash, who are just sophomores who are designated posts who are solid for them, and they also have Marshbanks and Ehlers who, as wing players, can still post up most everybody they play.
It's hard for teams to match up when you got that many big guys who can both drive and post up really well, so that's a good advantage for the Crusaders. Vincent Brown checks in for Pius.
As Marshbanks goes 2 for 2 from the line, and we got a tie game here, 24-24. That's Brown. He thinks about the three, guarded by Witt. Brown's still thinking about it. Christian's just close enough for him to have to think about it and not quite take it. Yeah.
He wants that shot.
He has it in the corner again. This time he drives, and Witt's going to get called for the foul. It's a tough spot for Witt as he draws his third foul of the game. It's a big guy trying to guard all these quick, Pius wing players. Inbound to Vanis, who gets a screen from Klein. Good pump fake there. Pius has Crusaders a little bit out of position, but they're able to recover. That's Brown driving again on Witt.
Goes up. Can't get it to finish. Cade Marshbanks with the rebound.
Hansen had nobody on him. He drives, kicks it out. Now they'll set up the offense with Hansen setting a screen and getting a roll.
It's off Brown. Crusaders will take the ball back.
That was not by design that Hansen had to set that screen there, but it almost worked out for him. And then Marshbanks, who is wide open, he's going to get the foul and go to the line. And Marshbanks just has a knack for getting those inbounds passes. I think it was one of the first games we did of the season, and he had, I think, 10 or 12 points just off of inbounds passes.
Yep.
First free throw's no good.
Alex Beeman checks back into the game for the Crusaders for Carter.
And Marshbanks' free throw gives the Crusaders back the lead here with a minute and a half to go in the third quarter. That's Brown trying to drive on Ehlers. Crusaders trying to prevent that dribble drive action. That's Brass. Thought about the spin move, instead kicks it to Hum in the corner. He hit one from there earlier, doesn't fall. Gets his own rebound, blocked by Witt. And
out on Pius.
Yeah.
Things have definitely slowed down the second half. Definitely a lot more offense and taking time, trying to get good shots. The first half was really fast-paced.
Yeah, I think a little sloppy. Both coaches would agree in that first half, too.
Yep. That was probably a good talking point for both Pius and Crusaders at halftime, is just slowing down and running their offense. And Ty Hansen with the good drive and gets it to go.
Yeah, they just set, instead of setting two, they set one screen there up top, and a great screen from Witt, and Crusaders got the 3-point lead.
Yeah, that's one thing Witt does really well, is he sets a lot of really hard screens with his big body. They're not fun to fight through.
Great defense there from Marshbanks. That's Vanis trying to drive on Hansen. Now Hum has it, gets a screen.
Steps back.
Crusader defense all over him here, trying to end the quarter on a strong point. That's Brass.
Ooh.
And foul's going to be called. I think that's probably going to go on Alex Beeman. But you could just tell Pius getting frustrated with Lincoln Christian's pressure and not allowing that dribble drive, because that's all their offense is predicated on. They dribble in and try to find shooters or finish inside. That's Brass in the corner for three. No good. Witt with the rebound up to Ehlers. He's got a little bit of time. Stops for the three.
Oh, can't quite get it to go.
A little short. And that'll take us to the end of the third quarter. Lincoln Christian up 27-24.
Yeah.
We're back here for the fourth quarter. Pius will start with the ball down 24-27. Pretty low scoring quarter for both sides. Pius draws up a set for Brass. Can't quite finish the three. And then Parker Bash with the rebound. And Bash didn't get a lot of time in that third quarter. I think he's dealing with his foul trouble, and Witt was playing pretty well and try to take advantage of his size on the inside to start the fourth quarter. Get it inside to Beeman. Drives in, has it knocked away. This time Clough drives out to Ehlers. He takes a three and hits it. And now nobody picks up Klein on the other end, who's going to take a corner three. Can't quite finish it, but Pius will get the rebound. Now Klein has it again, drives baseline with a little floater. It's long. Brown with the rebound. And the Crusaders will recover. In and out. Now Vanis is going to drive and draw the foul. Not a lot of contact there. Could have called a travel, but again, I think that was Ty Hansen on the block.
Joel Fuedo checks back into the game.
Pius with the ball underneath, down 30-24. About 6:40 to go in the fourth quarter. That pick and roll pass is stolen by Ehlers. And he'll slow it up for the Crusaders. Ehlers goes baseline. They're going to call a late foul. And that'll send Ehlers to the line. And he loves going baseline. He's done that probably 5 or 6 times tonight where he just refuses the screen and goes baseline.
Can't get the first one to go. Once again, Crusaders just struggling from the free throw line tonight.
Yeah, I think it'd probably be a 15, 20-point game if they just were 80% from free throw, or even 70%.
Second one misses again.
And they're going to call a foul on the rebound. I think that was... I think it's going to go on Ben Ehlers, who missed the free throw.
Pius is now on the 1-and-1 to start the fourth quarter.
It's Cameron Becker at the line. Knocks down the first one. Second one's in and out, and Bash with a good box out. And Clough is on the other end just sitting there. But a great play from Hum getting back on defense and knocking it out of bounds.
That's great hustle from Kellen Hum.
Yeah, Clough was waiting for that, and he saw that the Crusaders had the rebound, and he was booking it to the other side. Ehlers found him, but an even better play on defense from Pius. Hansen will inbound it. Inside to Clough. Can't quite finish. Battle for the rebound. Ehlers somehow comes out with it. Misses the layup, and then Pius retains it. Klein to the corner. That's Brass. Hum drives on Clough. Nowhere to go. Klein goes baseline and loses that out of bounds. And yeah, I think he just lost it, so it's going to be with the Crusader ball. Pius going to apply some pressure here. Inbounded to Ehlers, up ahead to Clough. Good
Great pass.
And Bash finishes.
That was about as perfect as you could run a press break right there.
Brass guarded by Photo. Stays with him. Now Wojda tries. Great spin move, but great help from Bash. Hum leaves his 3 short. Wojda with the rebound. Turns around and hits the little mid-range jumper. Pius still in that press. Hansen tells him to clear out. Now throws it up ahead to Photo.
That was a great catch.
Inside to Bash. Gets triple teamed and turns it over. Pius quickly the other way. As Hum draws the foul, they're going to say that's on the floor, though.
Christian Witt and Cade Marshbanks check back into the game.
And Pius doing a better job in the second half, and mostly this fourth quarter, of really pressuring those Crusader bigs when they get the ball inside, bring in 1 or 2 other extra defenders to help those big guys.
Kellen Hum gets his first free throw to go.
As Pius chips into this Crusader lead.
Gets his second too.
And Pius still in that little pressure they put on the last couple of possessions. Crusaders break it again. Hansen had an opportunity for a 3, but instead they'll set up the offense. Inside to Witt. Crusaders up 3. Definitely can be patient here as Clough drives left and gets the shot to roll in.
Once again, the Crusaders take it baseline and get the layup.
And then off a made shot, the Crusaders are unable to pick up the ball, and we'll get a foul called on them in transition.
It's Kellen Hum back to the line again.
First one falls.
Jackson Photos back in the game.
As Hum continues to be money from the line. Cuts the lead to 4 for the Crusaders. Pius still in a press as Marshbanks goes left. Gets trapped at half court and turns it over. Now Becker inside, but Christian Witt with a great play on defense. And the Crusaders will get back into their motion offense. Just trying to be patient here as they close out this fourth quarter. Inside to Ehlers. Tried to get it to Witt, but that's Jude Bryant, who hasn't, I don't think we called his name tonight. I don't even know if he's played tonight, but a great play on defense.
I think he checked in for the first time this fourth quarter a little while ago.
And then Hum goes to the right and takes it all the way.
It's a great give and go.
And now Ehlers to Hansen as the Crusaders are able to break the press once again. And then a kicked ball is going to be called on Brass.
That was a little delayed. I thought they weren't going to call it.
Yep. You can definitely feel the urgency from Pius here as they are definitely being aggressive on offense, and then with that pressure, trying to full court press on defense. Ehlers gets a screen from Witt. Now corner Marshbanks takes a 3. Short. Witt with a great play on the rebound. And then Hansen can't quite finish, and Witt with the rebound for Pius. Pius with a chance to take the lead down 34-33. As Witt takes it and dumps it off to Bryant, who finishes. Pius reclaims the lead 35-34, and Lincoln Christian will call a timeout.
Hi, I'm Stacy Allison, Assistant Director of Stewardship and Advancement for the Lincoln Christian School Foundation. I am so excited about our Cornerstone Challenge we have going on now through January 29th. $20, 21 days, $21,000. We're looking for people to join in giving $20 a month, and every $20 will be matched by another $20 through our generous donor, up to $21,000 that is given this month. That means we could raise $42,000 this year for the Lincoln Christian School. It's about being a part of a community of other people who say, we care about Lincoln Christian School. We care about other students and families that go to our school. I invite you to consider being a part of Cornerstone and joining us during the Cornerstone Challenge. You can go to the website and find out more information, or contact me here at the school to find out more. Thank you so much, and to God be the glory.
Coming out of the timeout, it'll be Lincoln Christian ball. Pius applying some full court pressure. With a great pass up to Hansen, and it's stolen by Hum.
Another great hustle play by Hum on defense.
That's Brass, kicks it out. Woodda takes a corner 3 and hits it.
Wow.
That's a huge play as we near 2 minutes to play in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, Pius has definitely turned it on this fourth quarter, applying pressure. And
there's another steal, as you say that. And Brass finishes on the other end.
It's now a 6-point lead for Pius.
And was it 30 to, I think it was 30 to 22 earlier.
Ooh, Ty with a great touch pass to Parker, and
he's blocked by Bryant. And then somehow Hansen ended up with it again, and he's going to get fouled and go to the line.
Crusaders are definitely hoping these free throws finally start to fall, because they really start to need them.
Yeah, looking at Bryant's size here for Pius and the way he's played these last couple minutes, you wonder why he wasn't in the game earlier.
Yeah, no, he's definitely helped out Pius so far.
Especially guarding these Lincoln Christian posts. Hansen hits the first free throw.
And Andrew Clough checks back into the game for the Crusaders.
Starters now for the Crusaders, and I think that's not quite all the starters for Pius. As Hansen knocks them both down. And Lincoln Christian will call another timeout. This in only 30 seconds. And what does Lincoln Christian need to do to try to bring this back?
They definitely need to take care of the ball on offense. That's how Pius has really chipped back into this game and taken the lead, as Christian's just forced quite a few shots and had a few turnovers. It's really killed them so far this fourth quarter.
Yeah, they broke that first one pretty well, but then after that it's kind of been a little bit of a struggle. And you can definitely feel the urgency for Pius as they've been pushing the ball and getting aggressive looks at the basket.
Yep. Press has worked really well for Pius tonight.
(40-36) here, Pius the lead. 1:56 to go. Lincoln Christian going to apply a little full court pressure themselves. Pius lost it for a little bit, but Vanis looks like they're going to break it pretty good. And Hum resets things for Pius. Lincoln Christian putting a little more pressure on. Vanis guarded by Ehlers. Nowhere to go. And calls a timeout at the last second before the 5-second violation can be called.
Yeah, that's the pressure that Lincoln Christian needs to play with the rest of this game if they want to definitely get away with the lead and hopefully win this game.
Yeah, and they definitely have the athletes and some of those wing players like Ehlers and Marshbanks who can get plays like that. Try to force a couple steals. Yeah, it'll be interesting to see if Lincoln Christian stays in that full court pressure they did. It looked like they might have been trying to get a trap off that first inbounds, but unable to get anything really out of that. Just a reminder, tomorrow, varsity boys basketball only, as Elkhorn comes to town. 5:30 will be the JV game, and then 7 o'clock varsity. That should be a tough test for the Crusaders. Elkhorn coming in as number 5 in Class B and has a huge lineup just size-wise, playing a 1-3-1 defense.
They got some tall boys over there.
This Pius trying to deal with this Crusader pressure that stumped them a little last possession. Hum with a great play. The Pius just content to pass the ball around and not turn it over. And they almost do right there, as Vanis just splits the defense and draws the foul. And you could tell the Crusaders were trying to be really aggressive, but doing everything they could not to foul quite yet. That's going to be Vanis to the line. It'll be double bonus now.
Doesn't get it to go.
And these are all big free throws, as Pius will elect to use a timeout.
Hi, I'm Zach Casabone, Superintendent at Lincoln Christian School. Thank you for joining us. I just want to share the exciting news that's happening around the capital campaign. As you've hopefully heard over the last several weeks, God has worked mightily in many ways, and we're about 2/3 the way to our goal of completing the fundraising for the Shields multi-purpose facility, which will include classrooms, 25,000 square foot of space for students for strength and conditioning, and multiple different activities. I would ask you, if you want to learn more about the project, that you would reach out to myself or Mark Powell, our Director of Development. We thank each and every one of you for your participation and the way you've been involved. Every gift matters, and your gift is going truly towards a life-changing education at Lincoln Christian School. Thank you.
Coming out of this timeout, that'll be Cade Vanis to the line for Pius, trying to knock down the second free throw, missed the first one, trying to preserve this 4-point lead. I'll be interested to see if Pius stays in that pressure here with the lead.
It's worked pretty well for them so far, so I wouldn't be too shocked. Yep, they do stay in it.
5-point lead for Pius. Hansen guarded by Vanis. Beats him off the dribble, kicks it out. Would have been a good look for Clough, but it was tipped. Now Hansen gets a screen from Witt. They switch. Gets it inside to Witt, who finished with the left hand.
It's exactly what you need on offense right now.
Ooh. And then a foul on the trap by the Crusaders.
That's Cade Vanis back to the line for Pius.
And the Crusaders tried to do that time what they didn't do the other time on the press, which is get a good trap. That time a little bit too aggressive. Vanis went 1 for 1 last time from the line. And every free throw Pius misses right now is crucial. Vanis tries to avoid going 0 for 2. As he swishes that one, 42-38 here, Pius. This time they back out of the pressure. Under a minute to play. Hansen gets a screen from Witt. Tries to go behind the back, loses it. And Pius trying to go the other way. Now Lincoln Christian's going to have no choice but to put a little pressure on, probably foul soon.
Hansen,
a late out-of-bounds call underneath. The Crusaders were trying to foul, and then Pius had a bunch of room underneath. Probably had a wide-open layup.
That's a great hustle play by Ty Hansen.
Vanis inbounds it to Bryant. Now Woida, and Witt fouls him. That's Ian Woida to the line for Pius. Christian Witt now with 4 fouls. First one's good. And second one's good too, so clutch free throws there from Woida. Now the Crusaders going to have to go quick here. Under 30 seconds to play, down 6, you're going to have to get a quick bucket, probably 1 trap, and then after that you're fouling. Clough has it. Thought about the 3, inside the bash. Back out to Clough. Taking way too long for the Crusaders as Ehlers takes a 3. No good, Bash with the rebound.
Back
out. Clough takes a 3.
Gets it to go.
If only that would have happened 20 seconds sooner.
Yeah. Crusaders definitely took their time on that possession, which was only going to hurt them.
So now they don't really have a ton of time if they are unable to get a successful trap here.
They need Pius to miss both free throws when they foul.
And the Crusaders are going to try to trap with, I think they're going to probably keep Ehlers on the top of that trap and then whatever Clough or Hansen on the other wing. And yeah, they're going to check in Cade Marshbanks here probably for Witt just because he has 4 fouls.
Add a little bit of 3-point shooting. That way you have shooters all around the court.
And that'll probably also help for this trap because he's a little bit more mobile with his size. Trying to force a steal, maybe put him in the back, try to steal that lob pass. And you can see Coach Hansen for the Crusaders telling the Crusaders to force him to the corner for this trap. And the big play here for Pius as they try to inbound. We have 6.9 seconds to go here in the fourth quarter. The Pius Thunderbolts up 44-41. Vanis will inbound, guarded by Ehlers. There's the trap. And they're going to call a foul on Ehlers, which probably isn't a bad foul once the ball got inbounded. And now not a ton of time left, especially considering this is a double bonus.
Yeah, Crusaders definitely wishing that Pius missed both of these free throws for a chance.
This is Aiden Brass. This is the first. And now for the Crusaders, you got to have a quick outlet in 3 here. And the second free throw is in. That's huge for Pius.
Yep.
And the inbound is stolen by Brass, and that's going to ice it for tonight. Crusaders looked a little discombobulated there to end the game.
So as the Crusaders finished the game, Andrew Clough had 7, Ben Ehlers had 8, Ty Hansen had 7, Cade Marshbanks had 5, Parker Bash had 6, and Christian Witt had 8.
Yeah, overall, a hard-fought game by both sides. This is always a tough matchup coming with Pius, a Class A school, bringing a lot of talent in. The Crusaders off a big win against Norris, but not quite able to get the job done.
Yeah, you definitely have to give credit to Pius tonight. They were losing for most of the first half and to start the second half, but they really fought back hard and they used their pressure well and they took the lead and they won the game.
Yeah, that's going to be all for us tonight. Just a reminder, tomorrow, just boys for Elkhorn varsity basketball at 7, and then the JV game will also be at 5:30 here on Strive. So for Truman Paulson and Andrew Johnson and Gage Hull and Keith Miles, I'm Kobe Hansen, and thanks for watching tonight.